Hello everyone, welcome to Easy Explanation. So from today I'll be uploading video on old question bank solution of C programming. So today I'm starting with file handling and later on I'll be uploading videos on other topics. So in today's video tutorial I'll be discussing about theory portion of file handling, and in next video tutorial I'll be discussing about the programs. Okay, so let's start. So first question is, what is data file in C? Okay, so this question they have asked in 2072 Chaitra. So let me explain this. What is data file in C? So as we know that data file, it is collection of data that is stored on secondary storage. Okay, so you can write like data file is a collection of data that is stored on a secondary storage device. Okay, so secondary storage device, the example of secondary storage device that can be, that is hard disk. Okay, so why we need to store this data file on secondary storage device? Because so that we can use that file on later on. Okay, so that we can use that file later on, or as the size of the file is large, we need to store that in some secondary storage. Fine. So there are two types of file. We know that text file and binary file. Okay, so data file, what it does is it allows us to store the information permanently. Okay, so what it does is it allows us to store data permanently. Fine. So I think this is more than enough. So this question they have asked for 2 marks and there is a continuation of program. So today I am just discussing the theory portion. So this can be asked for 2 marks and this is more than enough for 2 marks question. Okay, so let's move to second question. So next question is, differentiate text file and binary file. Okay, so again this question they have asked in 2065 Shravan, and this question has been repeated again later on in other years also. So this is one of the important question, that is difference between text file and binary file. So let's see what are the differences. So first of all, you should know what is text file and what is binary file. Okay, so what happens in text file? Okay, in text file our data, it is represented in the form of human readable form. Okay, that is text, characters. And in binary file, the data they are represented, these files are not in the form of human readable form because they are in the form of zeros and one. They are machine dependent, we can say that. Okay, so this is the major difference between text file and binary file. Okay, so as the data in text file is in the form of characters or in human readable form, it takes more memory than binary file. Okay, so that is the main cause we use binary file instead of text file, because it takes less memory. So let us see the difference. So I'll try to write about 5 differences between binary file and text file. Okay, so let's start with text file, and here we'll start with binary file. Okay, so first difference, it is text file are in the form of human readable, or are in the human readable form we can write. Okay, and this one is binary file are not in form of human readable or human readable form. So you can manage this language. So second difference, example of this text file, it is in the form of, okay, it is in the form of characters we can say, and this one it is in the form of, example we can say it is in the form of zeros and 1. So next difference is, as I told you, it takes more space or more memory. Okay, so it occupies more memory and it occupies less memory. Okay, so fourth number we can write they are more portable. Okay, in the form of portable, it is more portable, and they are less portable. And one of the basic difference you can write is the read and write mode. They are written as R mode, W mode, R plus mode, W plus mode, or A mode or A plus mode. And here the modes are written as RB mode, WB mode, RB plus mode, and so on. Okay, so next difference it can be, next difference, like let me write one more difference. So next difference it can be end of file is, okay, in text file, end of file is denoted by EOF. Okay, and here end of file is not denoted by EOF. Okay, so these are the around 6 differences between text file and binary file. Next, let's go to the next question. So next question is, describe basic file operations. Write statements used to open a file for these operations. Okay, so what are the basic file operations in C? Okay, so this is one of the confusing questions, because some file operations you can write the name of some operations and other formats and other like functions, but the correct answer is, I'll give the answer here. So let me erase this. Okay, fine. So third question is, describe the various basic file operations. Okay, so the answer will be basic file operations in CR. Okay, so the main file operations in CR, first of all what we do is we name a file. Okay, we name a file, whether a file is abc.txt or xyz.txt. After that we open a file. Okay, third number, we read data from a file. Next operation can be writing data to a file. Okay, and after doing all the operations, what we do is we close the file. Fine. So these are the 5 operations that we perform. These are the 5 basic file operations that we perform in C. Okay, so for these we use various functions. So these are the 5 operations. Now the second part of the question was, write a statement used to open a file for these operations. Okay, so the statement used to open the file for these operations, so we can write, first of all what we do is, let me erase this. Okay, so the basic statements for performing these operations are, so first of all what we do is, let me write here. Okay, let me write here. So I'll write here a statement to open a file for reading data. Okay, so you can write here, suppose we have a file pointer, so I'll write this file pointer as, you can name it file pointer fopen. Okay, with double quote file name. Okay, and followed by the read mode. Fine. So next is statement to open a file for writing data. Fine. So it will be file pointer fopen followed by file name and followed by w mode. Okay, so next operation was third number. For closing a file we have fclose f file pointer, and I think I forgot one more. So for opening a file we have let me adjust here. So for opening a file we have file pointer, okay, equals to fopen name of file, okay, name of file followed by the mode. Okay, so either you are reading or writing, it depends on that. So these are the statement for the function. Okay, so this question, the combined question, it can be asked for 8 marks. Okay, so I am just discussing the theory questions today. So let me go to the next question. So the next question is, explain IO operation on file with suitable example and also state typical error situation during IO operation in file. How can the contents of file be randomly accessed? Fine. So this is one of the theory questions. So this has been asked for 8 to 10 marks. Okay, so the first part is the IO operation on file. Okay, so just now I discussed about the IO operations. So the various IO operations on file are naming a file, opening a file, reading data from file, writing data to file, and closing a file. Okay, with suitable example. So I hope you can write that. Okay, you can write that part, the suitable example, like how do we open a file, how we name a file, and how we read or write a file, and then we close the file. Okay, so next is, and also state the typical error situation. Okay, so this one I'll be discussing. So we have a typical error situation. So you have studied this in theory portion. So while opening a file, suppose let us write the name of the pointer is file. Okay, so let me clear this. Okay, so typical error situation. So how we handle this error situation, you might have studied while reading the file. So we write file and file pointer. Let us suppose fp is the file pointer. So we open a file, fp equals to fopen. Okay, we name a file, suppose abc.txt, and in some mode, let us imagine I am opening this in writing mode. So the error situation, we handle error situation like this, like if fp equals to null. Okay, if fp equals to null, so what we do, we write here printf file cannot be open. Okay, else what we write, printf file opened successfully. Okay, so this is what they have asked in the question. Don't get confused. So the question was, also state the typical error situation during IO operation in file. So this is the typical error situation while we open a file. Okay, so next third part was, how can the content in the file be randomly accessed? Okay, so this was the third part. How can the content of the file be randomly accessed? So I'll be discussing this. So let me clear the canvas. Okay, so how can the content in file be randomly accessed? Okay, so we'll write here the content of file can be randomly accessed, okay, by using functions called fseek, ftail, okay, and rewind. Fine. So these are the three functions with the help of which we can randomly access the content of file. So what it is saying is, suppose we have a file, we have written something here. So how can we, suppose I have to go to the beginning of the file, or I have to go to some particular position in the file. Okay, so how can we access that randomly? So we have three functions. First is fseek, second is ftil, and third is rewind function. So I'll be writing the functions and syntax of all these functions one by one. So let us start with ftil function. Okay, ftil function. So what it does is, it return a number of the, okay, it return a number of the type or simply we can say that, let me not write in some hard language, so I'll be using some easy language for this. Okay, so what we can say is, it is used to return the current position of file pointer. Okay, let's use the easy language. So ftail, it will return the current position of file pointer. Okay, so the syntax is variable, okay, ftail and fptr, file pointer. Okay, variable equals to ftail bracket file pointer, so it will tell the current position of the file pointer. Next is fseek. Okay, so what it will do is, it will move the file pointer to a desired location. Okay, wherever you want to move to a desired location within a file, okay, so it is used to move the file pointer to desired location within a file. So its syntax will be, okay, fseek, fptr and offset and position. Fine. So what is offset here? So offset is a number or variable that specifies the number of position to be moved from the location. Okay, so last one is rewind function. Okay, so let me clear the canvas. Okay, so next is rewind function. Okay, so what it does, it takes a file pointer to start of file. Okay, so the syntax will be rewind fptr. Fine. So this is the answer for the question. All three parts of question I have answered this. So next question is, okay, so this one we did, this one we did, this one we did, this one, and I think we did this one. Fine. So question number 5. What do you mean by opening a data file? How is this accomplished? Okay, so opening a data file means, opening data file means we open the data file to inform a compiler about the name of file and the mode of operation. Okay, so don't get confused again. So I am discussing theory portion, which is very important, and many of students, they fail to answer the questions of these questions. Okay, let me clear the canvas first. Okay, so our first question is, what do you mean by opening a data file? Okay, so correct, answer it correctly. So 5 number answer I am writing here. So opening a data file, what does it means? It means to inform a compiler about the name of file, that is what is the name of file, and the mode of operation of file, that is in which mode we are opening the file. Okay, so how do we, and the next question is how is this accomplished? Okay, so it means that how do you open a file? So we open a file using a file pointer. So suppose let fp be the file pointer. So fp equals to fopen name of file. Okay, so file name we can write and mode of file. Fine. So these are the second part of the question I have answered here. So third part that they have asked is explain fscanf, fprintf, fread and fwrite function. Okay, so what they have asked is, so first of all they have asked write about fscanf function. Okay, so what is fscanf function? It is a formatted input function that read data item from file. Okay, so the syntax will be fscanf. This is one of the most important question. Okay, fscanf file pointer followed by control string. Okay, so control string will be %d, %s, %c, and then address of some variable name, you can say argument. Okay, next is fprintf. Fine, so fprintf, it is formatted output function that write data items to a file. Okay, so its syntax will be fprintf fptr file pointer followed by control string, that is %d, %s, %c, and simply argument. Okay, it is very similar to printf and scanf. So next, let me clear the canvas first. So next one is fread. Okay, so fread, what does it do? It is unformatted input function that read data item from file. So what it does is it reads the data item from a file. So its syntax will be fread. Okay, so address of data item, okay, size of data item, okay, number of data item and pointer. Fine, so first of all it is address of data item, it is a syntax. Next is size of data item. So data item, it represents like array. If it is array, then address of array. Structure, then address of structure. Size of means size of array, size of structure. Okay, then it is n and file pointer. Okay, so what is n is the number of data item, that is if it is number of array, if there are 5 array, okay, 5 students, array of 5 students, it will be n will be 5. Fine, so next this is our fread function, and what was the fourth one? So I think fourth one was fwrite function. Fwrite function. Okay, fwrite, again it is unformatted, okay, output function that write data item to a file. Okay, so the syntax will be, it is very similar to fread. So fwrite, okay, so it is again address of data item, next is size of data item, n and file pointer. Okay, so n is the number of data item. For example, if you have a array, then address of array, size of array, number of array, and file pointer. Okay, so this was all about question number 5. Let's move to question number 6. So it is, what are the input and output functions used with data file? Explain the error handling, reading and writing in a data file. Fine. So here we have, it is asked in 2068 and 2074. Fine. So let's see. So I'll just be writing the names of all the input and output functions. So syntax you can write yourself. So can you name what are the input and output functions? So various input and output functions in C. Okay, so 6 number we are solving. So various input and output functions are, okay, so first one is f put C and f get C. Okay, so they are used to read and write character. Okay, so you can write the syntax yourself. So you have to write this followed with syntax. So second number is f puts and f gets. Fine. So it is used to read and write a string. Okay. Third number is f printf and f scanf. Okay, so it is used to read and write data from file. Okay, read and write data from file. Next one is f read and f write. Okay, so again this is used to read and write data from file. Okay, so let me explain you what are the data here. So in first one it is used to deal with character. In second one it is used to deal with string. In third one it is used to deal with mixed data, that is %d, %s, %f. In fourth one it is used to deal with array, structure. Okay, so these are all the input output functions that is used in C. Okay, so next one is, second part is, explain error handling, reading and writing in a data file. Fine. So how is error handled? So C has provided two functions for handling error in C, or for handling error in file. Okay, so we have, for second part we have, C provides two status, we can say, okay, status inquiry macros, that is FEOF and FError. Okay, so these are the two macros that is used to, they are used to detect input output error in file. Fine. So they are used to detect input output error in file. So first of all it is FEOF. Okay, so it is used to test for an end of file condition. Okay, fine. And next one is FError. So what it does, it reports the status of file indicated. Okay, so status can be either the file is open or the file is closed, okay, or it returns a null pointer. So all these status are reported by this ferror function. Fine. So this is one of the important question. So I think that was the end of question number 6. So question number 7 is define opening and closing a file along with suitable example. So I think this one you can do. Okay, so you can open a file and you can close a file. Fine. So I think this one is easy. Okay, so with a suitable example they are asking. So let me do this one. Let me solve this one for you. I think this one is easy, you can solve yourself. Still I'll just write one example, okay, for this. Okay, so you write the theory portion and I'll write one example for this. So opening and closing a file they have asked. Okay, so we'll start with as include stdio.h. so it is followed by void main, suppose, and then file, let fp be the file pointer. Okay, so this is start. So opening a file, fp will be equal to fopen. Okay, so name of file, I'll name it as abc.txt and followed by opening mode. So I'll be opening in R mode. Okay, so I'll check the status. If fp equals to null, okay, if fp equals to null, so simply I'll exit it. Okay, so after that I'll be writing something. So I'll write something fprintf. Okay, something I'll write here in this file, or something I'll be. So let me open this in write mode. So I'll write something in the file, and after that I will close the file using this syntax. Fine. So this is how we open and close a file. So they have asked to write a syntax, so you can write in this way. So I hope these are the most probable theory questions that can be asked in a file. Okay, so in next video tutorial I'll be coming up with solution of programs that has been asked in file section, and from today I'll be uploading videos on old question solution in C more frequently. So be updated, like, share and subscribe our channel. And sorry for the handwriting, because I am using this writing pad, so there is no grip while writing, so sorry for that. And if you have any query you can ask me. Thank you and stay safe.